Thing.
Kind of. Hello and welcome everyone back to the Dumbass class for our
Spoilers much?
tabletop RPG night of Dark Heresy 2nd edition. Last time our team had infiltrated the gang and had managed to procure some of the unknown substance, the drug that the Imperium has not yet had a chance to actually diagnose completely. And I believe the team met back up at their dwelling. Oh, hello. That's going to be enjoyable. There we go. Now I don't have Discord on display. Yes, so the team have met back up at their dwelling. I believe they told all information has been passed off, and they were just kind of deciding what they were going to be doing next. So we will take off from there.
Does anyone have any idea how we could possibly discreetly alert the Arbites to the meeting?
Well, I thought Mr. Spooky Ghost was going to give us a meeting with the chief gang or something.
Yes, that or we simply give location and Arbites on this planet do not yet have the drugs. We can provide them with the drugs and then simply also tell them where a hideout is of lieutenant of gang boss.
And you assume they'll care because?
They will be there because they agreed we would be there.
No. You assume Arbites will care because?
They have been trying to find sample of this drug for a very long time.
There are also cops. Wouldn't cops want to get rid of the gangs?
Plus, as
Out
far
of
as I...
character, this is not quite how Arbites work.
Also, Arbites have usual experience with Arbites when I observed them was they like beating the shit out of people. This gives them excuse to beat the shit out of people.
Likely us for having possession of the drug.
If you do not wish to alert Arbites, completely fine with me. I do not like Arbites, in case you did not notice. In that case, we simply go to a meeting, see if we can either infiltrate further or just kill everyone there.
I thought kill everyone there. Are you supposed to be meeting with a boss?
Well, if possible, we might capture a boss. I know Inquisitor or Interrogator or whatever prefers if we keep those people alive, but if you all think that killing everyone involved is also a good plan and we just simply hand the drugs to the Interrogator, I like that plan even better. Although I do have to say, entrance last time, also a reason I told you not to come in, was guy at front desk has explosives strapped to himself.
Ah.
So if we just simply throw in, if we just simply start shooting into the place until the guy either dies or explodes and then just raid the entire facility, that works. But keep in mind, I think they will be armed this time, and you did not see Deadeye, but Deadeye is pretty big guy. He probably also has big weapon.
Might be better that we, rather than shooting him before we enter, we possibly kill him on the way out. After all, we don't want them running through any back little bolt holes. And it's just to make abundantly clear, we're not doing it like in the bar. We're not that dumb. We are probably in our room.
No, I assumed you'd be in your room doing this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just wanted to make abundantly clear, just so that no matter what happens, we can't go, oh yeah, where were we when we said
No,
this?
fair enough.
If we go in, they probably want us to hand in weapons, although they did say they might want to see us show our skills, which might means they might give us our weapons back in controlled environments. Also, specific reason they would hire me and maybe some other combatants because they needed someone to take down Arbites. If we tell Arbites they plan on stepping up efforts and actually start killing Arbites, then or we simply just go kill the people who try to kill the Arbeites.
Do we have a method of discreetly informing the Arbeites would be the important part there. After all, if we walk in there and say, oh, we have evidence this, the Arbeites might just arrest us. Whereas if we have a way to discreetly drop them a message that doesn't involve exposing ourselves.
Jenny, you have access to comm lines and everything, yes? Can you figure out, or you, Diogenes, can you figure out if there is bounty if anyone hands in or has intel for the Arbeites?
Would anything like that be on the network I have access to?
So, on this world, the level of gangs is very low. It's never really been a massive issue. So that's why there's not like a constant Arbeites post here. Jenny would very easily find that there aren't like wanted posters. Like the civilian population is very poorly armed. You would see that it's basically, you know, the PDF who take care of it. Pretty much everything. You could roll me a... really, you should be near a Cognite unit. I'll give you an option. You can try and find a Cognite unit to access to get this information, which you'll have to obviously unlock the Cognite unit and do certain checks. Or you can do a tech use with a minus, we'll probably say a -10. For you to do it in your room connecting to the Mechanicus it just makes things a bit quicker, really.
I'm gonna go find a Cognite.
Okay. Diogenes, you do know where a Cognite is, and you would be back by now. We're saying this is like evening, so... Would you mention it?
Does she say that she wants a thing? Brain fart.
Actually, I would probably say that, Jenny, you would know where the Mechanicus' Cognite units are within their maintenance patches. I would imagine they would have them there so they could access data whilst in the bowels of where they're working. Hello?
Hello?
So, what would I roll for looking for a Cognite?
I would probably give you that you've got access to the Mechanicus maps. You would know that, you know, let's say a half an hour walk, there's a maintenance hatch down the road which leads to a power distribution point, and there's a Cognite unit there. You would know that there would be one in there.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna start walking.
Okay, I will give it that the whole group would see you get up from wherever you were sat in the room and just go to walk out the door at around, let's say, 9:30.
Where are you going?
I will attempt to find a Cognite unit to interface with the network more efficiently in order to access the information that may be prevalent for our mission.
In plain Rogothic, please.
Trying to find if there's bounty. Like I asked.
It should be going out on our own. Never mind.
Who do you think will bother a tech priest?
I would, but I am exception.
I was going to say gangers, but they don't seem to operate up here.
Well, guy that did tell me about the party did say there were higher up gangs, but I think they mean like really high up gangs, so probably not middle high.
So, Jenny, do you set out? Do you?
Yes.
Okay. Half an hour after walking, you see a lot of people still out and about. You know, the night shift has begun for some people, but no one seems to disturb you as you make your way. You quickly, dart as quickly as is efficient for your legs to move. You make your way down the roads, and you make your way to the Mechanicus tunnel. You let the device at the door scan your implants, and it opens up for you. You hear a quick shriek of binary as you walk through. A blessing to the Omnisire, perhaps. And down the Mechanicus hatch, the walkway, you go down, and very quickly you come across a Mechanicus terminal. And again, you scan your... Well, it will be up to you. You can scan your implant just to show that you're Mechanicus. Or you can tech use it to bypass that.
I'm gonna tech use it because we want salty. Actually, tech use our security.
For a tech priest on a piece of tech priest, machinery,
Okay.
you can
Flat.
use tech use. Yes, it would be flat because this is something that you're very used to.
I was going to say for
You were saying very competent, and then I roll like that. Much competent.
I was also going to say that with tech use, it'd be you get in, danger wipe your access lock.
Are you accepting the failure?
No. That's a fate point. Did we regain one? I can't
Yes.
One
remember.
per session.
Yeah,
One
every
per session,
every
okay.
session, yeah.
So I'm still at 3 with this. Now let's roll. Better.
Okay, so you gain access to the Cognite unit. You were able to check over, whatever Mechanicus files you would like.
So, do Mechanicus have anything on the gangs? Did they have any run-ins with them?
So you would know that the Mechanicus. So the Mechanicus did put in a, let's call it a notification, or that. So they brought up with the planetary governor about the gang problem because they did cause damage to areas around Mechanicus held equipment, and they did damage the pipe. I can't remember what I called it last time.
Jeffrey's tube?
No, it was like a power distribution pipe or something along those lines. So they had definitely noted it, and that it was very, extremely out of the ordinary. This has never happened before. They of course covered it up, which is why you had everyone's had different reports. Someone got reports that it was seismic activity. Others got reports that it was, a machine malfunctioning. But you can see now that no, even the Mechanicus have report. I think someone found out last time, but I can't remember who.
Okay.
Okay. Check for bounties.
I'm not sure if Mechanicus have any
No, I
record
was
of that, but
I
do
wasn't
they?
I wasn't specifically asking for Mechanicus. I was just in general if the Arbites or the PDF had bounties up.
Well, then I probably should have
you
been
could
checking
quickly
out PDF
check.
networks.
You could quickly check because again, the Mechanicus, anything the PDF has access to, the Mechanicus set it up for them.
Oh,
So,
true. Sure, I did not think about
the
that.
Mechanicus kind of have access to everything, unless they've had a tech heretic come in and set up a system separate, or another tech priest for whatever reason. But the PDF is just it wouldn't need a massive test to sort from, so you would have access to it. You can see that they don't do bounties on this world. There's not enough of a gang problem. The PDF can normally handle everything, and it almost seems as if the PDF had been told in a way not to apprehend, like you'd have access to their reports, apprehend anyone acting suspiciously, question them as always, but they haven't been given orders to go into the lower hive. They haven't been given orders. In fact, they've been given specific orders to maintain their checkpoint between the middle hive and the lower hive, but not to enter. Stop the scum from coming up. Just don't go in there. Don't follow them.
And the Arbites?
You can't find any reference to any outposts on this world. This world doesn't seem to have any. There's no building set aside for the Arbites to work in, if you get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I do.
You give me another tech use. You can have a +20. This will take you an hour of you going through the different areas and looking for files that are shut off to you, and you're getting access to them. So with an 18, you I'll even knock it off. We'll say that takes half an hour for you to go through and break a few of the codes and go through and gain access to different files, and you would find a document that is from the Arbites saying that there are investigators coming to the world, and they will be on this transport, and that they're to be given access, but they are undercover.
Is there a date attached to when these investigators were supposed to show up?
The day after you arrived.
Oh! This is potentially very beneficial. Are there any more details? Are there, I don't know, the code names of these undercover agents, or?
No, there's no description. There's no. All they were given, the PDF, and this would probably actually be a planetary governor document that's been sent over. And you would see that they've only been given their flight number, if it were, so the flight that they came in on, and their ticket.
Can I copy this onto my data slate?
Yes, you could copy that over onto your data slate.
And I will do so, and I will do my best to wipe the logs of me poking through these files.
Sure. If you no, do you know what? I'll give you the 18. This is not. But so I'm probably misselling this. For someone else to gain access to a Mechanicus Cognite unit would be far more difficult than I'm making it for you. But you've grown up in this environment. This is this is your TV. for equivalence. You've spent so much time with Cognite units that it's second nature to you. So I'll say that with your 18, you'd be able to use someone else's access codes. You're making sure that your Mechanicus print is not there.
Also,
Okay.
you've got all the electrograph and the inductors, which make you connecting work better than us. So for example, Diogenes does it. He actually has to use the keyboard. You stick your hand in a few bits, move your hand around a little bit, and that's how it works.
I imagine I still use the keyboard, but to a lesser extent.
It's like he'd have to use the mouse. You could just use the keyboard, like Hollywood hacker style.
You know that the Hollywood hacker style is absolute bullshit, right?
Depending on what you're working with, it's accurate, but yeah.
No,
So-
there is never
so
furious typing.
So you managed to get the information and retreat from the system without much issue.
And I will proceed to walk out of there and rejoin my group.
Sure. So that will take you. So it will say it took you half an hour to actually get the information and do your hacking. Half an hour to walk there and back. So an hour and a half has passed. So it's about 10:30, 11:15. What would you have been chatting about? Anything else, or would you just been sorting out your gear? Or are you happy to wait, fast forward until Jenny comes back?
I mean, I'm sorting my gear so that I can wear my not sororitas looking flak armor. While also trying to discuss. So if we were to inform the Arbeites, how could we do that? And if we don't inform the Arbeites, what are we going to do there?
Do you want to save that conversation for once Jenny comes back? Or was there anything else, like RP-wise, you guys wanted to do in the hour and a half that she's away?
We'll continue the conversation when she gets back, but it's like Alexa's still trying to ask, anybody got any ideas? Because I got nothing.
Do we just go in to kill everyone, or do we first actually attempt to speak to that boss?
Find the boss, then kill everyone else?
Thing is, if we go in without immediately killing everyone, they will request us to hand in our weapons.
Then we'd have to kill everyone really quickly.
So, Ghost, I would give it to you that you would have been able to work out. Realistically, they only want large melee weapons, so swords and above, and they only want basic ranged weapons. So anything large, you're allowed to have.
Well, although last time they did not request me to hand in my pistol, so personal hand weapons we could carry in. Anything large, though, they will request we hand that in. So swords, big guns, axes, that sort of thing.
Then I guess I know how I'm doing it.
And an hour and a half later into the discussion, Jenny appears.
So, what did you find out?
Jenny?
Hello?
Yes? Yes.
What did you find out?
It appears that there are. Arbeites already sent someone to investigate the gangs, although No names or even code names. I only got their flight number and the fact that they arrived precisely day after we did.
Interesting. Well,
No, day before.
Oh,
You
sorry,
got
the day
here.
before.
well, if they are in there, perhaps they will aid us, perhaps they will not. We will see. Now, as for weaponry, there are two ideas that me and Alexa here were discussing. Either we go in with simply hand weapons, which will allow us to get close to the boss, or we go in, as you would say, guns blazing, and be able to bring our larger weapons, but it also means we will have to fight our way to the boss.
I will not relinquish my last lock.
I guess that answers that question.
I am glad that we are going in for the kill. Although, I hate to say this, but I guess Interrogator would be happy if we were able to capture Gang Boss alive. Or deliver to Arbites. If there are undercover Arbites there, hand them over to the Arbites.
If not, we, I guess, move into their headquarters until just before our flight leaves. Okay, oh, one of us only leaves to order the wine to be delivered, and then we collect it as we go up.
Very well.
We
In
should
any
have
case,
somehow get the boss through customs at Flamer Point.
yes. Now, here is the thing. They expect us tomorrow early. So is everybody prepared for that?
One moment, and Alexa goes and just does quick checks over her hand flamer, making sure it's ready.
All right then. I propose we get up early tomorrow. Go down there via mechanical tunnels to not be disturbed. And we kill everyone that opposes us and is not willing to be captured. Oh, I like this plan.
This is
Well-
gonna be fun.
I agree. Anyways, let us get some sleep.
And Diogenes, try not to get stuck too far behind. You don't want to get hit by stray bullets.
I'll just shrug.
I will go lie down in my bottom bunk. And I will ask the party, since we're now all sleeping in the same room, I will ask, is it okay if I sleep with my mask on for you guys?
I don't really care.
Then we should care because...
I do not know, perhaps you would be... If the mask scares you, actually I'm not sure my face would scare you less, but if for some reason idea of me wearing mask scares you and not makes you sleep good, we need to be in perfect condition tomorrow for fight, so...
Will you complain if I spend the next few minutes doing, as you
God.
try to sleep, doing prayers to the Emperor? If not, I have no problem with your mask.
I do not complain. I am used to sounds of a lot of violence. Your prayer cannot be louder. Unless you use Hailer, perhaps, but you do not use Hailer and prayer, I assume.
Those are for the sermons given to the masses.
Excellent. I go and just lie there. My bodysuit is off, but the mask is still on.
And Alexa goes over to her bed. Probably, depending on how everyone's kind of done it, she's on another bottom bunk, or she'll be off on the single bed. Because unless we got like a triple bunk bed, we're gonna have one bed off on its own, and she just kind of sits on it cross-legged, holding her quilla.
So yeah, I might need to add that Ghost is literally sleeping with his mask on, and the only other thing he has on is his underwear. So he's at least underneath his sheet. So
I mean, Alexa's not gonna bat an eye.
yeah. You might see a couple of scars though, if you pay attention.
Which you don't.
If anyone wants to pay attention to it, I'll tell you where my scars are. So
What's the length of your flamethrower?
My hand flamer.
Yeah.
It's a pistol.
Yeah, how far can it shoot?
10 meters.
10 meters, I think, is
Oh,
the
fuck.
range on that.
What, it does a 10-meter spray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
The thing is, with
It's
it
the
though, it's
deodorant flamethrower turned up and militarized.
the big problem with it is though is like it's actually like the only reason I've got this is because I roll poor ballistic skill. Otherwise, I would have had the las pistol. But it's like I get
it's not a 30-degree cone because it's smaller. It only goes. So I think this is right. What I've done, it goes 1 square, 1 square, 1 square, 2 squares, 2 squares, 2 squares, 2 squares, 3 squares, 3 squares. I think that's how it's done.
it still does the 30-degree cone, but it only does it for 10 meters, whereas the next one up goes 20 meters.
Oh, it's still a 30-degree cone.
Yeah, it's really annoying. But if we do it 1 square, 2 squares, start the 1 square on me, it probably works out about correct. I'm just gonna quickly get a 30-degree angle thing.
It should be alright. I've got another one, but it's just a lot larger. That's all. To try and get it to reach 10 meters is going to be massive, but it'll be alright. These spray weapons.
Yeah, if you've got it just as 30 degrees, you can put down the tiny one, and I'll just draw lines from it. I mean, generally, I'm not supposed to be using it unless I've got to start shooting at range, because it's my ranged weapon.
Yeah, it's why I'm sort of trying to pre get ready to things that I might need. So it's like, combat, we don't need to go and try and find a 30-degree cone. So, yeah, you all have a decent sleep. If there's no more RP to be done, then you wake up the next morning at whatever times you would like. I believe the Deadeye did say that like 12 o'clock, so afternoons, they've had the boss has had a chance to get up and have breakfast. He's a bit of a lazy bones.
I'm just going to be a moment to turn my lights on, but we can go into it while I'm turning the light on. Also, the painful thing with spray weapons is if I ever roll a 9 for damage, I instantly jam.
Yep. I mean, the spray weapons are the ideal weapons for someone who has no ballistic skill.
God damn it! I
But
just
if you have no
I just
weapon
deleted
skill.
the pit.
Ironically enough, they also are great for somebody who's got great ballistic skill, because you can get some stupid talents where it's like, your friends are stood in the flame. They're immune.
immune. Yep, I love that talent. It's amazing.
I wanted to get it as a sororitas and be like, I fire flames at my friends. They are fine because I am determined to not burn them. The Emperor shall not let it.
The Emperor knows his own.
Remember, if your friends are burned by your flamer, that means they're secret heretics.
Yes. It's the same principle as friendly fire for orcs. If you hit them, they were not friendlies.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Gork and Mork wish them to die.
Yes. Now, let's just go to sleep and get ready for tomorrow.
If anybody sleeps really lightly, they're kept awake for about 10 minutes as Alexa does the prayers to herself quietly.
I'll actually just observe instead of trying to go to sleep immediately, so...
You probably notice I don't go to sleep for like a couple hours.
I mean, it's already actually pretty late at night.
Okay, like an hour then.
And in the morning, at whatever time you wake up to go and have breakfast,
I got switch over my armor. Because when we go down, I'm wearing Imperial Guard flak. I'm actually wearing a helmet for once on my character.
Is that your first time wearing a helmet?
Yeah, my
Yes.
character is fully armed, both swords on his back. Cloak is over them though, like over the sheath, and the gun on his hip, and he's just like, we eat quickly and then we go.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say, "We eat quickly, we kill quickly."
Oh, we can kill quickly too. There is no point in prolonging death. It should be brought swiftly.
so just to check for those characters who haven't needed to, you're gonna go fully equipped down there. Those of you who have got cloaks or things to cover up your weapons and who you are.
We're also taking the Mechanicus tunnels to avoid most of the Underhive.
Those of
Okay.
us who got
Who got like capes or things to cover up their armor. You can wear it. If you go into combat still wearing it, it will take you a half action to get to your weapons, because you've actually concealed them. But by all means, you're only going through the hive.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, so you all have breakfast. You all prepare yourselves. I believe everyone is taking all their equipment. So you set off and you use the Mechanicus tunnels that Jenny led you through before, trying to stay out of sight from the civilians that are wandering about at the moment. And yeah, you'll probably get there about 12 o'clock. So you make it to the Underhive bit. You've gone through. In fact, no. You've gone through the Underhive. You've gone down into the bowels of the Mechanicus tunnels, leading you to the water purifier. And again, for those of you who didn't see it last time, Jenny leads the way, and you come to this innocuous piece of plasti. What did I say last time? I said steel.
plasteel, I believe.
Yes, plasteel sheet with a very muddy, dirty aquila, and it seems like the aquila has actually been painted with dirt and rust and oil. And you pick it up and move it to one side, and you're led to a catwalk suspended in ancient tunnels that even Jenny would have trouble telling you, how old they are.
Okay.
You begin walking down towards the entrance to
Yeah.
the base
I
of the
would-
club.
Yes. I would like to say I enter first, and I see if there's actually somebody sitting at the front this time, before
Okay.
everyone else enters.
Were you wearing a cloak?
I am wearing my
No, I'm only asking if you've got a cloak. You know, if you had something to cover you as you were walking through the hive with all your weapons.
my chameleon line cloak. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. So I'll say you're about 60 meters away from where the door is. That the rest of your companions can now see the door, and you've informed them, what's through there. Well, let's say 80 meters away, or however far you want. So you're out of earshot. You can discuss what you're actually going to do.
Okay. I go in first. If there is nobody sitting there, I try to sneak into the base, and you guys try to follow discreetly. If there is somebody sitting there, you'll hear me fire a gun, perhaps. Or I walk back out and to get you guys in unison fire a gun in there or something. Just wait for my signal.
Got it.
Have we changed maps yet, by the way, or is it just the music?
The music, in the tunnel, you can hear this very low beat of music coming from the doorway that you're approaching.
I walk through the doorway. Is there anybody there?
You walk through the doorway, opening the door, and the door protects the person sitting there, so you can't see him as soon as you open the door. So you actually have to step into the room, and you quickly look round, and there is indeed the same person who was there before. He looks at you. You alright?
Yes. I was just checking if the security in this place is still up to date before I brought my friends in. We have another meeting with Deadeye.
Oh, yeah, no, I was told to expect you back. Yeah, why do you... Security? Like, what?
Well, some of my friends are corrupt individuals from high places, and, well, we need to make sure this place is safe. So if there is protection at the front door, like you, and there is still, so it is good. I shall go get them now. They are waiting in the hallway.
Can you roll me a deceive check, please? I will give you a +10 because that was quite a good little story. So yeah, he nods along. Yep. The boss did say you were bringing company, so yeah, I guess so.
Okay. I walk back out and I say, okay, guy at the front desk doesn't suspect anything. Now, technically, we're only supposed to actually hand in our weapons when we are in the second room. So technically, we could just fight our way out of there, if you guys prefer to not immediately raise alarm with the guy with explosives strapped to him in the first room.
It would be messy if he exploded.
Yes. In any case, we can go through.
Let's go.
And I lead the way again. I hold open the doors for the rest of my companions to walk in.
So you all walk into the room. He was told to expect, a few people, and including a Mechanicus, and a Mechanicus member has walked into this little room. So, however, Jenny,
Yes.
give me an awareness check. I'll give you a +10.
Also,
Awareness.
I'll say that whilst holding the door open, I am discreetly actually having my pistol drawn beneath my cloak.
8.
So, Jenny, as you walk in, you've been told there are explosives in the room. You've been told that, you know, the guy sat there has a bomb strapped to his chest. You'd be kind of interested in that. So as you walk through the door, you look, and as you're like walk into the room, and as a Mechanicus member, you know, you have your hood up, and he looks at you because, you know, he was told to expect a Mechanicus, so he kind of stands up a bit and, you know, gives you an eye up and down, and it doesn't seem to make much of it. He then starts looking at the rest of you, just, you know, having a good gander. And as he turns to one side, you indeed do see these tubes that are strapped to his chest, and you look very carefully, very closely. You've never seen an explosive like that before. You think it could be improvised. There's no real way, and as you spend like a couple of minutes, you know, shooing, you would probably be willing to say there's at least a 60-70% chance that that's not actually a bomb.
And what would I think it is instead?
Fake.
Okay then.
Roll me a logic check, because he's got a number of these what look like, you know, plus 10 for your logic as well. What look like, you know, they look like TNT.
Can
Sticks.
I roll Xenos to see if it's anything that I have?
No, I don't get it.
You could, you would need to do an awareness check first to see if you've actually noticed it and had a look at it. So if you give me an awareness check, Diogenes, even with, you know, that's only just a fail. Holy shit.
No, it's not.
That's no for Jenny. That's only just a fail.
Oh, sorry.
So I would probably say that as a Mechanicus, you would put together that if you wanted to defend this room, that's too much explosives. Like if that was actually like an explosive vest, and someone were to detonate it in here, you have got it wrong. So you've well overestimated how much the explosion would be. But you imagine it would take out this entire area, like at least like 70 meters in diameter. You're underground in an enclosed space. You know, that if it was real, which you're kind of thinking it's not, it would probably kill everyone in the entire facility, in this entire area. Diogenes, you do indeed see the vest and you see the tubes. You probably wouldn't have the experience that a Mechanicus would have with technological bombs, but
I do have tech use.
You can roll so I'll allow you, because you're a researcher, to have you know your way around a cognite unit, but looking at explosives and weapons and that sort of systems, your background doesn't. I wouldn't cut you a break, basically. But you've looked at this thing. You can roll your Xeno lore, although isn't it specialised to orcs?
I have Eldar as well at level 1.
Yep. So you can do Eldar and.
Look at me being smart and shit.
You know of, or at least you've so to give it kind of context to your characters, how much information you're able to have access to at this level. You're talking about things that you've snuck away from confiscated books and black market dealings, and you've read about the Xenos race, the Eldar, and you know that they use a completely different type of explosive to the Imperium, and they can be much smaller than the Imperium's explosives, yet far more powerful. you look at these tubes attached to his vest and his chest, and again you get some time to look at them, and like, it doesn't look Eldar. Like from the descriptions you've had, because your character's never actually seen an Eldar like in person. Oh, look at this. Or at least it wasn't in your backstory, so it's more descriptions. And this doesn't, you know, if that's an Eldar bomb, then the description's completely wrong, and you believe in your books.
Can I roll walk as well, or not?
You don't need to bother. It doesn't look orcish. You have seen orc.
Okay.
You have seen orc weapons, and their grenades and their explosives, and there aren't enough gadgets attached to the sides. You know, they look like tubes, and you're like, well, the last time I saw an explosive by an orc was back on that world with the research station, and well, that thing had all these bobs and tinkles and things attached to it, and you know, was painted a funny colour, and this just looks like a tube. So you have all successfully made it into the first room. He does gesture for you to use the next door if you wish to exit. Yeah. So if you wish to proceed into the club.
Okay.
Wait, in my defense though, I was in a war zone for a while.
With orcs. I believe
And
what
Imperium?
I believe was your backstory. I believe it was orcs.
Also,
Yeah, but if it's an Imperial explosive, maybe.
do you have a law skill that could be used for identifying explosives?
For Imperial.
Just tech useful.
I would. Do you know what I would? So no, because the thing is, like, Jenny's had experience in forges and in areas where they would make explosives, and she would see components. Whereas your research station, so perhaps more knowledgeable stuff. I would say give your character more leeway, but yeah, I probably wouldn't allow it.
I don't see them. I was trying to see if I could see them because I wanted to know if I could roll Aura test to see, but no.
So you have two options now. You can try to dispatch this NPC, or you can proceed on into the cloakroom area, where you'll be expected to hand over all your large weapons.
I'd probably just like instinctively go and put my weapons away before even asking.
Diogenes, what weapons do you have?
Also, we have like discussed this before. Like, you don't hand over your weapons in the first room, and we're not even planning on giving the weapons in.
I have a las pistol.
You'd be allowed to keep that.
Okay, I'll keep it.
Also,
I'll
we've
probably
already
still try and give it away and then be like, oh fuck, okay, and just walk
So
off.
if you all go into the next room, there's still this very tired looking woman. She looks like she is on something, some sort of stimulants to keep her awake, and she like tells you all that you need to hand in all your large weapons, all your chain swords, basic weapons. She's in there, and there's another bruiser. Well, actually, sorry, not a bruiser. He's quite a slender fellow. I should zoom in so I can see what he actually looks like, give you a decent description. He's quite a slender fellow. He's got very light armour. He appears to have a sword and a blade on him of some description.
I think we're all looking at Ghost as to what do we do now? Do we hand over weapons or start killing? Based on what he does.
Okay.
That, and if Jenny starts shooting her las lot because refusing to hand it over.
No,
Oh, I'm not handing it over. Period.
we're not handing it over to this guy yet. We walk into the second room, and then there's a
Yeah, I
lady
think we
that will
just
ask
walked in
us.
there.
So
Okay.
let me describe the room to you so you've got more of an idea. As you walk into this room, it's quite a square, shaped room. It's probably only like 15 meters by 15 meters. There's a big desk as you walk in, so you're all kind of filed in. Imagine a nightclub where you've got a big desk where the bouncer would search you or check your purse, and then it leads along to lockers. And there's a long desk that goes along. The desk is probably only a 3x3 big wooden. Oh well, sorry, not wooden. It'd be steel. And then there's just lockers all the way around. If you hand in your weapons, she will give you a key, and you can lock your weapons away. If you want to go and shoot, this would be it will be a case of theatre of the mind for this room.
Essentially, it's just this woman in here.
And one man who's slender, light armor with at least a large sword and a short blade.
Okay. So, I already have my pistol drawn, and it's beneath my cloak. And just the moment we are all in this room, and I'm just standing there looking like I'm waiting for everybody to filter in before we go hand everything in. And meanwhile, I've been keeping an eye through my mask on the dude that is armed.
She
And I assume also
kind of puts a key on the desk, knowing that you've been here before. Here you go, honey. Here, you know the rules, yeah?
I nod while keeping my eyes on the guy until everybody is in. And the moment everybody's in and the door behind him is closed, I shoot the dude. Can I have a full aim for this?
No, you may not. If you're going to attempt to shoot him, because obviously he is stood there, he's not unprepared. So if you give me an agility test, I'll give you a +10 on your agility test, just to see if you're quicker than he is to notice you. Yes, you are quicker than he is. So you may get the first shot in this. We won't be doing an initiative tracker because I'm already using it for something else.
Does this count as short range or point blank or something? Or
you are definitely within short range. Point blank is within 2 meters. No, it'd definitely be with short range. Definitely not point blank.
And as I shoot, I just say, "Weapons loose."
Does he? He does not have dodge, but you can use dodge in Dark Heresy even if you haven't got it.
Yeah.
So he will at least attempt to dodge. He does not. So roll me damage. 9 to the 64, which is chest. What is his?
Oh, by the way, I am an assassin. I have what are my degrees of success in this roll? 1, 2, 3 degrees of success.
Actually, the rule says specifically you have to declare it before rolling damage.
Oh, sorry. Sorry then. In that case, I misread that then. Sorry.
The wound
Wait,
impacts.
assassin sure kill?
Mm-hmm. It says
Nope.
before rolling damage.
I don't.
No, it
That's
doesn't.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
I'll slip into a sure kill.
I was sure you had to do it before rolling damage.
Yeah, it
Did you
doesn't
s-
say. Doesn't say before.
Wait, have I been doing this wrong the entire time?
In any case,
That loses.
I would like.
No,
to
wait. In my book it says in addition to you may spend a point to.
Just snipping to it.
Oh no, never mind. I'm dumb. Never mind. I'm dumb.
Additional damage equal to his degrees of success in the attack roll on the first hit the attack inflict. So
Never mind.
I had 3 degrees of success. I would like to spend a fate point to add 3 damage. So that's 12 impact damage.
Okay, so as you pair your weapon underneath your underneath your cloak, you draw it and drop the hammer.
I've been eyeing this guy up immediately. I've been looking at his armor. This is not the first time I've taken out somebody that is lightly armored. Or armored at all, or heavily armored. And I'm just like, where's the weak spot in his armor? And I notice, if I'm allowed to say this, I notice this tiny little bit of like, where I notice the armor isn't entirely solid, right where the heart of this person is beneath. And I just draw my pistol in a fluid motion, fire, the bullet goes straight in there, and he just falls over dead.
The woman just starts screaming, and you hear the music die.
Okay, they did hear this. Okay.
You've had your action. As would anyone else do anything? As you all hear this woman just start screaming, the gunshot go off, and this guard just falls to the ground.
I had hoped that the music was loud enough that this shot would not be heard. Shit.
I'm gonna.
Dude, this is
Can
gunfire.
I Amanda punch the girl to sleep?
Sure. Yeah. No. You could lean over. By all means. So if you make a melee attack roll, you can just use your weapon, but you won't be doing damage.
Okay.
I mean,
And,
she's in shock, so she's just at the moment screaming. So as she starts screaming, Miss Amanda just quickly tries to lean over and clock her one in the jaw, but she just steps back.
You know what? I'm gonna fade this because this is embarrassing.
Time for combat music.
Better.
Ah, that's a headshot.
The screaming
Fits.
just actually. Do you know what? Technically, there should have been a -20 to your hit to make it a called shot. However, you have got a 60, which is a headshot. So as she starts screaming, you just lean over and smack. Everyone just hears this gadoosh as she just drops to the floor. You can see the door leading through to where the club is, where the music was coming from. It was essentially, if you charge now, the enemy will get 1 turn of movement. If you delay any longer, they may get more turns.
Well, so much for subtlety, huh?
We were never coming to be quiet about this.
It wasn't my fault this time.
This was agreed beforehand, though.
Go. I'll hold back here in case he tries to get from behind.
Okay, I just quickly put my pistol, like, back on my hip, draw my chainsword, and just through the door.
I'll follow right after it goes.
I
Wouldn't
just
shoot
watch
him
as it
in.
like everyone gets ready to fight, and then I walk in calmly. Like, oh fuck, what's happening?
The agreed plan, we're going in guns blazing.
I know, but my character still doesn't like. He's still not good at that. He's out of his comfort zone.
Hey, he's got a murderous sister. He's got a murderous future sister of metal behind him.
I love how you're like,
as well as a justified sociopathic murderer leading the charge.
Yeah.
I like
Plus,
books.
I thought your character would be familiar with this. I mean, Alexis has been doing this to you repeatedly so far.
Yeah, but normally he doesn't have to join in. He
Okay.
just watches from afar.
So, let's start. I assume I'm first through the door. I'm just immediately charged through.
I like the idea that the only time I tried to shoot an orc, I accidentally shot you instead.
Yeah, you can't move any further than, like, you can have the first lot of squares coming in and, you know, the second lot of squares. So the first 6 squares you can have. And then you need to, like, put your token down, roll initiative, and we will get you sorted.
The pig is here.
Oh, yes, the pig is here.
Is initiative tracker up yet?
It will be. Oh, hang on. Is that Dark Heresy combat? No, it isn't. That is Dark Heresy. So we want that one. So if you'd like to put your trackers down.
I was gonna say I'd put myself down in where Diogenes is currently like half in, half out, just outside the map. But Diogenes is gonna have to be.
So essentially, the last area was fantasy of the mind. There was no, you know, there's no map for it.
Oh no, it's if you look at like just above Ghost.
Yeah, Diogenes,
It's
you're
about
gonna actually have to get in the room. So there's no staying in the figment of imagination area. It's on the map.
I like my imagination, it's safe.
You can, by all means, you can, on your turn, be like, right, I'm going to move forwards and then watch for when matey comes in. You can do that, by all means. So when he comes onto the map, because you are right, there is someone back there. I need to get character sheets up, because I was a dumbass, and I've got so many character sheets for this area, it's just not even funny.
Music's a bit soft, so should I pick up?
Okay, I'm spending
I will.
a straight point to account this rolled having a 10.
Okay, I can sort that out for you.
I can update my own initiative. I was just saying before I updated it.
Oh, can you now? Oh, if you can update your own initiative, then by all means you
See?
can do a 10 and add your bonus. One, two,
That means you get a
three,
13.
four,
Nice.
5.
I mean, if I could technically do that as well, but I'd like to spend my face for actually like making sure people die.
I've got 5 character sheets. Actually, I may have more character sheets to come, which is fun. Okay, so let me do
question.
ascending. Yes.
Is this a door and this is a wall, or is
Yes.
this all open field?
No, they are walls. So
Okay,
that
good,
is a
good.
wall. That is a wall with a doorway, and obviously that's an open entrance to this area. And
Gotcha.
so let me. Did you say the music wasn't loud enough or hadn't kicked in yet?
It's not really loud now. It's a bit
Right.
soft.
I shall turn it up
Better.
ever so slightly. There we go. Too many on the playlist. So it is Miss Alexa's turn.
Alexa's gonna charge.
There are civilians in amongst the groups, so they're not all. Essentially, you would.
Can you
would
mark
know,
the civilians, please?
I won't mark them, but
Okay.
you would know from looking in here, because you have view of these people. So you don't know about him. The person who's standing there looks like he's asleep on the wall. He does not look like he is he doesn't look armed. He doesn't, you know, with a quick glance, you would not see him as a threat, if that makes sense. You can hear people shouting and gang members, you know, raise your alarms, get your weapons, come on boys, they're raiding us, it's the Arbites, they're here. You'd hear
Also,
all sorts of those things.
also, I would have told beforehand that out of the room, it's to the left to get the quickest to the boss.
See, last time I tried deleting the civilians, I deleted the pit where they were fighting. So
Okay.
well, here you go. I should delete him. There we go.
Wait, everyone else in here is civilian too?
No.
No, there's no
And
such thing as
and
civilians in
remember,
40K.
you can't see if you go onto your character. I will be forgiving, but for example, Miss Jenny cannot see these two people. There's a wall in the way. But I would let her see this person here to know that there is a person there. You probably would only be able to shoot left arm, left leg, but you would be able to know that there's someone there.
Can I see this guy?
You would all know, yes, you would definitely be able to see that there's someone there. His half of one side is covered.
Could I charge him? Because, like, how my charge reaches to right here and here.
If your charge makes it... Is it on 9 or 8?
It's 9.
Okay, so yeah,
I can.
sure, yeah, you'd be able to charge him from there because you definitely can see a gun with that individual.
Could I hit him from the target's 8, or do I have to go to the target's 9?
You can go to either, I should imagine. There's no rule
I'm gonna
on
go to the 8.
corners for us, so yeah.
And chainsaw time. If I used a fate point to get hatred on him, would I get hatred on every other gang member?
I believe that's how your ability works, isn't it?
Because Fanatics awkwardly said where it's like, I can spend 1 fate point to get hatred at that foe, but I don't know if it's specific to that foe, or if it's like their type, like I get hatred Eldar.
Yeah, so if you had hatred and from your spending a fate, it would count towards all
Then I'm spending my...
gangsters, I guess, criminal underworld, essentially all of these people, I should imagine.
I spend a fate point to get hatred on this guy.
Faith Lord.
Okay, he will attempt to dodge. He does not. So 13 rending to the, what was it? To the
82, so that's his legs.
So as you charge this individual, you draw your chainsword, and as you come through, like get to the doorway, you thrust forwards with your chainsword, and you bring it back behind the wall, revving the blade, bringing it back into his legs, and you just feel your chainsword ding into the wall itself as he topples over. His leg is gone, and as is he.
Surrender and you may be spared. Maybe.
You're talking to a guy that just lost a leg.
He's
Oh,
dead.
no,
He didn't just lose a leg, he died. He dead.
Yeah, but as soon as I've killed this guy, I'm seeing the next opponent. Or I'm hearing a movement. So it's like, I'm gonna yell this as loud as I can. And hey, it kind of helps that the Arbites also have vocal implants.
I hope they don't surrender.
No,
2,
they probably won't.
4,
I hope they don't. More people for me to kill.
4, 6. So let me think. What would his action be? Yes, he would probably do. So he's going to do a half move. So actually, as I'm looking at the map, that's actually, there's not a wall there, that's circuitry on the floor. So from there, luckily none of you had your turns. Let me just check to make sure. No, you still wouldn't have been able to see him back there. Well, you'd know someone there, you wouldn't have been able to charge him, so that worked out well. Who can you see? Well, you can definitely see Miss Jenny. You can definitely see Ghost, but Ghost I would give half cover to. So Miss Jenny, unfortunately, this little rat bag is going to fire at you.
How dare he?
I know, how dare he. There is no aim because he did move here. He would be in short range, wouldn't he? At 9.
What does he have?
He has an auto pistol, so
Yeah,
9
that's
is
definitely
definitely
short range.
a plus 10 for that. And unfortunately, he does get a plus 10 for a standard attack.
I mean, I'm never gonna dodge that anyway, so...
He just manages
Yeah,
to make his
no,
attack.
that's
And
just
unfortunately, you do
effort
not
for the sake of effort.
make your dodge, so the damage rolls in with a devastating 6.
That is to where?
To the 95, which I believe is your right leg?
That means I take 2 damage. It's not terrible.
Ah, these sheets don't update your ammo, do they? How sad.
No, you need to keep track
Manually do
manually.
that.
I liked that feature, although, you know, you just had to keep putting it up. So that's
It was annoying
his
if you
turn
had multiple NPCs with the same character sheet, then it was annoying, but...
True. That is a good point. So, with this other dude, well, in all fairness, he had a reason to have his gun out. Oh, wait, no, they all had a turn of... Yeah, they all had a turn of movement or getting their weapons out, so he would have got his weapons out. Sure, different character sheet. God damn you, game. Why? I definitely prefer what I did with the Warhammer Fantasy one, which was give multiple weapons to the same class. So they... Ugh, don't do that. Go away. Yeah, that is him. So I could have one character sheet for many things. Can he reach? That is the question. I would say that is a straight charge. Although the character sheets are in the way, so let me have a proper look.
He could do it.
Yeah, he could definitely do it. Don't know how smart it will be, but...
Just let him come, or her.
So this Dreg of Society charges in. He has only a sword drawn. And he comes in with a charge. So only a plus 20 overall. And he misses. Failing to connect. Where's the other Dreg? Crime Lord, move out the way. Move out the way, Red Eye. Red Eye? Dead Eye. That would be him. So, how far would that be? So that would be 8. That would be 8. Charges 3 times your agility. Yeah, he can make that. Oh no, hang on. Sorry, clicked on the wrong person then. He's a Dreg. A charge is 3 times your agility bonus, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, so he can make that. So he moves forwards 1 and then charges Miss Alexa. And he, again, is armed with just a sword. He does have another weapon at his side. And in fact, as he charges into you, you notice that... Oh, he misses. They have almost no armour on. The two individuals who are in combat with Miss Amanda and Miss Alexa. Diogenes, it is your turn.
Shoots Pigman.
You mean the guy over here that I've just drawn a straight line to through walls?
Oh, sorry. Wait, so is this a wall then? This...
Yeah, the
Yeah.
darker brickwork looking bit, which actually looks vaguely like bricks, is wall.
Yeah, if you count all the light stuff as floors and all the dark stuff as walls, and you'll be all right. So I've got.
And then I shoot the guy closest to me.
Sure. Yep, you can shoot him.
Gotta admit, it's actually quite hilarious that Diogenes just walks through the melee combat to shoot at a guy on the opposite side.
So I am gonna take it that you kind of went. Just so that we're. So you have moved into melee range, but because you're behind him, I'll give you that. But if that dude does want to turn around and attack you, you are in melee range. If that makes sense. But sure, if you want to make me your ranged attack. So with a 14, you do hit, but does he dodge your hit? I believe he still has a dodge. He does not. In fact, he kind of critically... Well, that is a massive fail. So he dodges into your blow. Please roll me damage. With 6 energy damage to the 41, which I believe is chest again. You definitely see he's takes, you know, he takes the hit and it appears to hurt him. Come on.
Diogenes needs to learn how to use his other modes.
Music's kind of low again. I think he just only upped to one song.
No, I think it's just because certain songs are kind of quiet.
Okay.
Which one is... Hang on a minute. Which one's meant to be...
It's playing Dark Heresy Discovery at the moment.
I don't like that one. Let's put on a different one. That sounds a bit too weird. So, it is the Crime Lord. It is he himself. So, as the crime... I bet it hasn't added his... No, it hasn't, so I'll need to do that in my head. What was his special, by the way? Let me just have a quick goosey gander.
As opposed to your regular gander.
Okay, I really like this one. So, the Crime Lord does something that you cannot see.
So he does that scary shit.
Let me see, that was with a +10. Yes, that was. So he is going to make a command test with a +10.
know what he's doing now. Oh, God. I know this skill.
Oh, it's fine.
Does he want to spend a point of fate? He does not. He is going to let his command... Oh no, why did I close the sheet? Bollocks. He's going to let his command fall short. However, it is the Heavy's turn.
Oh, God, that eye.
And fortunately, I did not close his sheet off. So,
Oh god, they have no RBDs.
It's fine. I have fire.
3.
I mean, I have a fucking laser musket. Get on my level, scrub.
Here comes that eye.
Amanda, it is your turn.
I'm gonna stab this fucker that tried to stab me.
You go for that. You try and shank him.
Jesus, mother of Christ, I'm gonna use a fate.
The morose today, though.
Yeah. Solid use of fate.
Yep.
For God's sake. You know when... So, GMs, you'll know my pain. When you accidentally click on a sheet too many times and it, like, disappears into the map and you've got to, like, try and fish it off the bloody...
It is annoying.
I did that with Marin's character sheet at one point.
I don't think
Oh
I've
yeah,
ever done
you can
this.
do it. You can do it with your own. Oh, it's just gone all weird. Hang on, I need to open up the Dreg's bloody character sheet again because it went really weird.
And he's gonna die in a moment.
Quite possibly, he does get a. No, don't give him a skill point. He does
I mean,
get a parry, which
He doesn't have to try. Thing he missed. Amanda missed.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't. I heard Henry celebrating about the use of fate, and now I see he was being sarcastic. So, Ghost, it's your turn.
All right. Seeing Amanda failing to kill this dude, I'm like, bring my chainsaw down upon him.
Sure, he is in combat range, so you can definitely do that.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
He's elusive, this dude.
Stop doing that.
Did you remember to add bonus for allies in a melee?
No, I did not.
I mean, you still missed, but it's only by 3 because you get
Yeah,
option
okay.
to 1.
Okay, I guess I missed him.
Who? Oh, for crying out fucking loud.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's going to run over to there. The next guy. Sorry, no, he moves to there because that's a full move. And now another person who you have not. You didn't meet him because you didn't hang about for long enough. You know, you decided to. Damn it! Stop doing that for fuck's sake. Does that character sheet keep opening up on your screens when I click to
Nope.
show to player?
Nope.
Oh, good. Good. I like that.
Or rather, we're not keeping the PC, like the journal open, so we're not seeing it.
No, so on my other screen, the one that's being capturing OBS, it pops up on that screen. So I keep thinking, great, it's showing you the character that's trying to. Oh well, never mind. So this dude can move, but do I want him going into? Yes, he's going to move down to here and wait for the boss. To there. Miss Jenny, here's your turn.
Oh shit, it's my turn. So Diogenes is Diogenes blocking the sideline here?
I would say that like your characters kind of sit in the middle. You would be able to shoot at him. Yes.
Okay. So I need to spend half an action to crank the musket, and then I can shoot, right?
Sure, you can indeed.
That is definitely short range. Because the laser musket has ridiculous range. It has for 70-meter range. Yeah, that is well enough. Standard attack.
But Dark Heresy combat, yes, 70 meters is insane.
23.
He's actually already dodged, so he can't. So by all means, go ahead. And he got a 3. Hmm.
12 damage is kind of solid, actually.
With 12 damage. It does not matter where you hit him. You hit him in the 32, which I believe is the right arm, I think.
No, it's torso.
Oh, is it still torso?
Torso's 31 to 70.
Ah, okay. So yeah, you hit him in the torso, and so hang on, 12. Oh, hang on, let me just check, because you're not shooting at a... you shooting at a... Stop doing that. Right, we're not shooting at a Dreg.
I was
have no
shooting
armor.
at this guy.
You are shooting at a Ratting, or Rating, or Ritting. It's a weird ass name.
A dead man.
They don't have any armor either, so so yeah, drop that hammer as he dies.
It's just nothing fancy. Your most efficient center mass shot. There's really nothing much to tell.
Just like the Minutemen.
Yep. Mechanicus fucking Minutemen.
As you burn a hole through the center of roughly where his heart should be, and all of a sudden you just see him as blood begins to pour out, and you get a smell of bacon in the air. Miss Alexa, what is your agility bonus?
3.
Sorry, what's your the digit?
The final digit.
Yeah.
4.
Okay, so you still go first. So, as a new... Hang on, let me just double make sure that I'm not fucking this up. Yes, so at the start of a new round, a new person joins the queue. But he does not go ahead of you.
Oh, we've definitely busted a drug bust.
As Miss
I mean-
Alexa, it is your turn.
Well, I think I'm gonna murder someone.
He charged you, so I believe he still has his dodge.
Yeah.
So he is going to try it.
If he tried to all-out attack, he wouldn't, but he hasn't.
So he fails, so please roll me damage. And with 8, unfortunately, your... Actually, was he? No, he's not wounded. Your blade digs in to whichever body part it was. And you see bits of flesh tear out, and he squeals in pain, but he does not hit the floor. He kind of snorts and manages to hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You hear a murmuring from in the room. And I don't... 1, 2... Yeah, he's going to move to there. He should be in the middle. I could have made the map a bit bigger to make it 1, but... so he's technically in the middle. He's still out of sight, but you can hear someone talking in a conbead around the corner. The other dude who's in front, who's just had his chest or some body part eviscerated by Miss Alexa, he swings with his sword, and he gets an aim as well. Yeah, he does an aim standard. And he misses just. Well, them 50-50s for those guys are not going well. And another Dreg with a... After hearing the sound of his comrade miss, he's actually going to go for an all-out attack. Do you get an aim with an all-out attack?
Nope. You just get the all-out attack, and you lose your dodge.
Yeah, all-out attack removes your reaction.
He does hit... No, he doesn't. He gets a 99. His sword flies out of his hand and, well, behind Miss Amanda.
I was gonna say, it does a cool flip thing where it flies round Amanda, bounces, and then lands back in his hand.
No.
And then he dies.
Unfortunately not.
It's a sword rang.
It doesn't hit anybody. It just like flies around the room, then lands back in his hand.
The drug lord is not going to do what he did last time. Oh, actually, yes he is. Yes he is, because he can move halfway into the room, and then he can do his skill, and hopefully help some of his comrades. So, a command with +10. He gets a 25. So, all allies within his intelligence bonus. How smart is he? Oh, he's intelligent. Good. So, 4 of his comrades all get a extra half an action that can be taken this turn. So, 1, 2, 3, and we'll say it's that dude down there. So, 1, 2, 3. I think, yeah, their bonus is 3. I think his is a lot more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I said him as well. So 1, 2, 3. And that's his action. Diogenes, it is your turn. The person you were shooting at is dead. However, there is another person right next to you in combat with Miss Amanda. And another person just off to the side in combat with your friend Miss Alexa. Diogenes,
Hello?
it's your turn.
It is.
It is.
I can't see the guy across from me, can't I? Or is this bit in the way?
The guy across from you appears to be a civilian. He was originally asleep. He's currently like sat on the floor with his knees close to his chest, like pushing back against the wall, and the wall, and you can kind of see panic in his eyes as there are bodies around him, and he's what's going on? He doesn't appear to be a combatant.
If I was to move there, would I be able to loop down into the pit?
Sure.
What's in there?
I'll give you the half move as a half action. You can do an awareness check as you look down for another half action.
What about something that I can pass?
We don't have a light, and you need to. Wait, you could spend a turn looking down the hole. But
Okay,
there is combat going on around you. You know.
You kind of gotta be useful
Screaming in
here.
the background, some guy's crying in the corner, and I'm just like, oh, what's in this hole?
Honestly, just shoot the guy that just got up and is confused.
I just realized something.
What?
Amanda has not yet kicked the ever-living shit out of Piggy Man.
Exactly. If she sees the pig, she's gonna scream pig and she's gonna rush him.
I can't wait for the next turn. Diogenes, what are you doing? You have a half action left. What would you like to do?
Staring in a hole.
You're staring in the hole. Fair enough.
Looking at a hole, yeah.
You can stare in the hole. What is Deadeye going to do? Where is Dead? Oh my days, too many sheets. And let me guess, Deadeye's is underneath all of them.
Of course it is.
Yes, the very bottom one. Marvellous. Now I've got to move them all out of my way again. Right, we are nearly getting there. Here we go. Right, so he does have some things he could do, but you're currently kind of blocking the way. I don't know if that would... There are 2 people there. I don't think that would work. So he is going to get very angry and frustrated and come up to the corner. Ghost, it's your turn.
Okay, just fucking murder this dude is probably preventing me from going stealth in any capacity, so let's quickly do this.
I mean, you could always just leave him to Amanda.
I need some backup over here.
Continues to curiously stare in hole.
Okay, if I kill this dude, it frees Amanda up to go help her, and if I just try to move, I have to take...
I'm
attack.
really hoping that you actually leave Amanda here, because that gives a chance of Amanda seeing the pig.
Isn't this doorway technically only 1 wide?
Excuse me? What door?
We don't have
Isn't-
rules for corners, so I can get attacked through it.
Ah, okay, got it.
So at the moment I'm ruling that these doorways here, which are on either side, are actually like a square in. So they can't, where Alexa's placed, she can only get attacked by the person in front of her. They can't, not with these doorways, with a thinner
okay.
wall, then maybe how the tiles sat. But as
Does
they
this
are
dude
at the
have a
moment,
dodge?
I might let one of them join. I don't.
Does he have dodge?
Oh, he's used up his dodge this turn. Has he?
He shouldn't have.
No, he hasn't.
Nobody
Actually,
attacked
sorry,
him.
he hasn't been. He attacked and has not been attacked yet. So he's a dreg. Come forth, dreg. So yeah, he does have a dodge. To be fair, well. Nope, he fails his dodge. So 10 damage does indeed go through. Well, not all of it, but a large chunk of it. He has taken no damage yet, so he has a nasty gash open up on his head. No, you got 70, so across his leg a massive gash is
Also slices.
open. Is it 70?
Yep, 70 is the exact end of body.
God damn it, body's massive. So across his bow, Miss Amanda, he is bleeding. You can probably see a little bit of his gut poking out, perhaps.
Considering the size of the body, it's amazing that this system's got such a reputation for kneecapping people.
He
Yep.
cannot dodge. So damage, please.
I don't think I have rolled anything under 60 this time, this session.
With a 7 damage, you may drop the hammer on him if you wish.
Nothing. I'm not doing anything fancy either. I'm just gonna stab him straight through the chest, and pull the sword back, and ready myself for the next.
Very well. This guy, I believe, is probably good enough to... What is his? Oh, actually, he's not as good as I thought. However, so shooting into melee has a minus 20 onto it, doesn't it?
I don't remember, is it 10 or 20?
Yep, it's minus 20.
Minus
20.
20. He is going to wait there for this turn because he half moved, so a half shot with, yeah, he's only got like a 10% chance then to actually do anything, so he will wait. The other dude, I believe how the corner... Hang on, I'm just going to move them... Yeah. Ooh, I nearly made him tiny. I think he should be able to... The heavy guy, he won't be able to attack round the corner, but I think these two, the doorway is large enough to allow that. So he will make his attacks with his sword. Ooh, he gets a natural 1 on his hit roll. Miss Alexa, would you like to dodge or parry? And with a 21, you knock his blade aside. This other dude's going to move up to there, and that's his turn. That's his turn. Miss Jenny, it is your turn.
I do not trust myself to make that shot. And I can't hold an action because I have to crank the rifle.
You can load the capacitor and not fire. It won't discharge straight away.
Yeah, but
System's
it's stupid
stupid,
in
you
Dark Heresy because I need full action to hold a half action.
To hold from Jenny action, it's, oh yeah, you have to have a full action to burn on it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And of course, because
No,
he's not got
I
like...
meant you could do a full crank. You could fully charge the
I want
capacitor.
to check something. Give me a second. I need to check the wording of Overwatch.
You shoot at anybody who goes into the thing and satisfies the condition.
Killzone. Overwatch. I'm going to put my last lock on my back with half action, and I'm gonna half action draw my hand cannon.
Okay. Miss Alexa, it is your turn.
Let's kill a dreg. And this is where I really wish I had the ability to do the, what's it called, attacks?
Lightning attacks?
Nah, just the swift attacks. I'd have been able to kill both of them.
You can only go up to your weapon skill bonus with that.
I'd have still been able to kill them.
I believe he... Did he attempt to dodge your blow? Yes, he did, because he's wounded. So he can't dodge this turn until his next turn, well, till after the pig. So do damage, please.
But he could dodge, because that's been his turn since. Because I attacked him, he had a turn, and that's my turn
yes,
again.
because of the way that the turn order, it would. He uses up his reaction every time you attack him. Okay, yeah, so he does have a dodge. No, you were quite right there. So, looking for a 15. Nope, didn't get one. Even a 15 would have been wrong. Looking for a 12. So yeah, drop, well, I won't jinx it. Yes, drop the hammer.
It's just, where is it? It's, his leg comes off and he falls on the other one. The other dead guy.
It's the
Small
worst
pile of
dead guy.
corpses.
With just a scream of pure... It sounds a bit like rage. And it's very hard to understand other than, "For the Emperor!" coming out in inhuman tones. It is inhumanly loud. As is fitting of a loud hailer.
Oh yeah, you have
Okay.
have the implanted loud hailer. Oh Jesus.
He is going to take shots at you. I would probably say your left arm and left leg would be covered. And he is going to do a... I think he's just going to do an aimed shot. I don't really want them to be firing. They're not that skilled. Half aim, short range, and a standard attack.
Did he take the -20 for shooting into melee? Because I'm still in melee combat with his buddy. The buddy
Oh
hunter.
yes, good point. You are. So
And that's one
that would
degree of
be
failure.
57. That is indeed. So he shoots at his friend. I believe his friend would at least get to use his reaction. which is probably another good way to get rid of his reaction. So yes, he does not have a reaction anymore, and is he still alive? Oh, he only takes a little 5. It's only a little 5 to...
Still in the kneecaps.
To the kneecaps, God, what? It's only a little 5, and that does get reduced a little bit, so he's alright. He's a bit pissed off. Biggie's turn! Joy. So, he... 1, 2, 3... comes out. Looks around, looks at the dead people. Adeptus Arbites! Who in the hell are you? And he kind of gives you a really puzzled kind of, huh? But yeah, that's his action.
Of course, he's the Arbite, of course.
He said he's an Arbites?
You'd hire
Yes,
a
he
mutant to
is.
work in the Arbites, believe it or not.
I mean,
Fuck, I can't kill him.
oh, for fuck's sake, wait, Piggy Man is Arbites?
Yes.
This is amazing.
Why else would he have been in the upper hive?
I did say that bar is kind of there for newcomers to the hive, and it looked like that he had come with a group of.
Yes.
What? So this guy.
I'm just waiting for the
on
Yodgis to explain this.
2, 3. Let me just check to make sure. I think he's got 40 agility, but I might be wrong. So let me just have a look. I was indeed wrong. I was very much wrong. You need to go back one step. There we go. So let me check his ability again. No, why did you go miniaturize? I did not ask you. I wanted to see, can you target? Okay, so he is actually going to... Yes, he is going to use his skill again. No, not commerce, your command.
But maybe he wants to sell us
He
something.
is going to use his only fate point to do that again.
Oh, Nuffle wants
Son
him
of a
dead.
bitch. Son of a bitch. So yeah, that does not... My little plan there does not happen. So Diogenes, you now, after looking down the hole, look up to see a pig-faced man who's very, very short and very, like, odd-looking, who's just told you that he's an Arbite. And who in the hell are you?
Can I like trick him with my intelligence?
No, you aren't that smart.
I mean, I will.
I'm
So
broke
I
smarts,
will.
not people smarts.
I will. Like, so combat turns are about 6 seconds. He's not looking for a big, explanation right now. But he is armed. He is, prepared to fight. But he's kind of looking at you like, who in the...
I mean, if I can talk out of combat, then, like, out of my turn, then it would be like, less talking, more killing traitors!
He already knows from... So he was gonna, like, sneak around the corner and begin looking at you to guess who you are. Because you said you were shouting at the top of your voice hailer, kill the heretics for the Emperor, he was like, hang on a minute, these clearly aren't your ordinary criminals. So it's like, okay, who in the hell are you? I'm Arbites, who are you? Diogenes, you can answer however you wish. You can just join the fray, but you are the one closest to him who's kind of looking down a hole whilst there's gunfire and people shouting and...
Okay, half action. I finished looking down a hole.
Rather than be useful and shoot the enemy.
So, since you spent a full action doing it, I'll tell you that it's a dark hole with dried blood on it. It just looks like a hole with dried blood on the floor. I'd give you that you'd probably guess that people have been fighting down there by the fact that there's blood spray and this and that.
Congratulations, you just found out information we already knew.
You don't get
I
a
didn't
badge
know
for
that.
anything.
You basically spent like almost 6 seconds just looking down a hole, going, oh, cool.
Pretty much.
And you still got half action to shoot the other guy.
Other half action. I say. Other half action. I give doubting look at person near me.
Sorry, can you say that again? You do what?
I essentially look at him with squinted eyes and go, "Yep." The pig.
Fair enough. I guess that's two actions. I will give Miss Amanda, Mr. Ghost, and Miss Jenny. You have just watched your comrade stand there, like shoot at someone, and then just sort of stand there for 6 seconds, and like.
Meanwhile,
Diogenes!
One.
Hello.
Action, please. We have criminals to murder. Or arrest, whatever you want. I prefer killing them.
all these poor criminals in front of me.
Bloody Diogenes.
Okay, so he's half action moved, and then he's going to half action attack with his chain axe. However, he is doing the attack type shove. So that is a normal attack. No aim, no nothing. He does get the standard. Does he get standard? Well, yeah, because it's a standard attack.
It's in addition to his regular attack. That's how shove works.
Yeah, so he would. Yeah, so he does get the standard, and no other modifiers. Natural 100. Holy shit! Does he have any fate points? Let me check his sheet.
As far as I'm aware, heavies do not have fate points.
He does not. So as he brings in his chain axe, I am gonna have it. How do I want to do this one? I don't want it. I had already had a weapon fly out of a hand. So
Get stuck in the door frame.
As he brings the chain axe away, I tell you what. Give me an extra dodge. With a +20. For you to see this big swing in. This will not be your reaction. This is just to see if something else happens.
Nope.
So you don't do it. So as he swings in, you just see the chain axe. You kind of move your head to the side a bit, and it just digs into the door frame on this side nearer. There, I pinged it. So it's jammed into that side there. If you had successfully dodged, I would have had the chain blade go straight through the door frame and into Matey stood next to him. But,
I mean, now he's got an entire body stuck in the way.
Mr. Ghost, it is your turn.
All right. I look over at the piggy man. I'm like, I am not even gonna handle that. No, wait, I am actually going to go into that room. Let's see how far I move. I half move up to him and say, "We're just here to wipe them out. We can talk later." And I would like to try, and if that second thing did not take another half action, I would like to try to stealth from the criminals. Can I do that?
Sure, you can stealth. However, so you're out of line of sight at the moment. But let's say you come to where Miss Jenny is, and Miss Alexa is dead. I know it's a cruel reality, but in this quick example, they would see you immediately if you're in the middle of the room and not. If you're not hiding behind something, I won't make them make an awareness check to see you if you're stood in the middle of a room. They turn round, they, kind of see you. So, by all means, you can make a stealth. Just there will be times where if you choose to stand in the middle of a corridor, when they're all moving in the same direction, your stealth isn't going to save you.
Okay, in that case, that is what I shout at him then. And I will instead, let's see.
Lex got that door frame going pretty well.
I will instead move to there. No, wait, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put away my chainsword and draw my pistol again.
Sure.
That's what I do. After I shout at the guy that we're just here to clean this place out. And that we can talk afterwards if necessary.
Okay. Amanda, it is your turn.
I'm gonna point my sword at the peg, like menacingly, and then I'm just gonna charge here.
He actually,
Can I charge?
originally, he didn't make much, he's kind of like, who the fuck are these people? What the and a Mechanicus? What's this idiot doing? He didn't really notice you too much, but as you point the sword at him, his eyes lock with yours, and there's a moment of, shock on his face as he's like, I remember you! As you go do your action.
Yeah, I'm charging this guy.
So... I'm trying to see how this works, because technically, but then they are attacking through. So
Can I attack it? Can I actually do this?
So basically, I'm gonna, because it's an odd one attacking round corners. Although I am doing it with one of my guys, and you are doing it from the bottom. So
If I say what my next turn was gonna be, because it might help establish things properly. Because I actually wanted to ask him before my turn happens. For example, if I use my hand flame, would I have hit them both?
No, because your hand flamer shoots out. So, dude, bring it on in. Bring it on in. Rot it. I think that's. Hang on, if I put it on you, I think that's how it's described in the book. So it goes.
It's from me.
Yeah, so it's you go 1 square, 2 squares, 3 squares. I think that's how it's described in the book, because it does describe it in square form. So you get the first square is so from you 1 square, then it hits 2 squares.
We can deal with it when it gets to my turn, but yeah.
And that's also your full range, I believe. That's 10 meters, that thing.
Yep.
So, Miss Amanda, which one were you attacking?
I'd be attacking the one in front of me if it is possible.
So, I will allow you to attack him. However, his entire right-hand side is in cover from you.
Gotcha. Also, I think I was doing something wrong. My target should be lower, not 70. Yeah, I was doing shit wrong. Sorry.
You hit.
That's dodge.
I believe he's already. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. So he does have a dodge. He does not make it, however. So if you'd like to do damage, with 7.
Not great.
5, 6, 7, 8.
That's
So-
to the chest.
For some reason, I have a really strong bitter, some orange juice, and some water. I don't know why I have so many drinks.
You've got a problem.
He looks as if he is seriously hurt, but your blow does not take him to the floor. However, it is the masked figure's turn. So he is going to take a shot at Miss Amanda. Half action aim. He is in short range. And he's going to do a semi-auto. Oh no, he can't. No, he can't. Yeah, I don't want to do a full auto, so he's going to do a standard shot. Oh, hang on, there should be a -20 because of being in melee. But with an 18, he does indeed hit. So, Miss Amanda, sorry, Miss Alexa, I do believe you have a dodge.
Yep. You take the penalty. I mean, he hits anyway. But
Yeah, I didn't put in the penalty, but he did hit anyway. So it would have been 42. But it's only a single shot. And with a 4, you dodge. And he looks rather frustrated. What were his special skills? Oh, fuck it! I've been using him completely wrong. That's how he gets good. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Does he get good?
Yeah, he does. He actually gets a +20 to all attacks if the person's not engaged. So if, for example, if I'd had him shoot at Ghost or Miss through the combat, he'd be getting an extra +20 to his attacks. The Dreg is going to carry on attacking his original target rather than the person who's now engaging him. They also should have... No, they only had one round of... The big dude would have had a ganging up bonus last time, but that's gone now. Never mind. So he hits with a half aim and a standard attack. And he misses. These 50-50s are not going well for them.
going well for me though.
Yeah, they go extremely well for you. Not so well for them. You just have them like cursing at you and spitting and this Drake is going. Sorry, not Drake. He's not a Drake. He's a.
We'll go with the flame rules for now. I'm just later on can we find out how it works, like
Sure.
if we can find a proper Dark Heresy turn thing, because it's annoying when you find D&D. It's like 30-foot cone. Hang on a sec.
So I can't quite remember if it's in the Dark Heresy or if it's in the fantasy book where it states the numbers of squares that you use to work out a 30-degree cone, and it's something like 1 from where you project it, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, something along those lines, I think. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. So, damn it, so there should be a -20 to that, so that's not a 50, it's not a 70, it's 50. Miss Alexa, another shot has come at you from this character here. Can I ping him? No, I can do that. From this character down here, he is fired.
I can't dodge.
So he rolls damage and 8 impact to the 12.
Nothing.
The bullet pings off as armor and toughness prevail. Miss Jenny, Jenny, I love you, Jenny.
Yes. No, wait, that went too far. Don't you think? Don't you think that went a bit too far?
I'd do anything for you, Miss Jenny.
Oh, for fuck's sake, just stop it now. Oh, I really have nothing to do because I don't trust myself with my ballistic skill to not shoot one of my compatriots.
Start running.
Yeah, but it's gonna take like 5 turns, and I'm lazy, and I'm not gonna start running. I'm just gonna do a full action walk to there. I'm gonna go and be crowd. That's literally all I can do.
Okay. Miss Alexa.
Free action. I drop my chainsword. Half action. I draw my hand flamer. Burn.
Okay.
Everybody has to roll agility. Oh yeah, and I need to roll damage, actually. Give me a sec, I gotta click the button. I don't jam.
So that is a... And is it just a normal agility, or is there a plus to it?
It's flat, and then they have to roll, I think it's like agility plus 20 to not be on fire.
So this is for the dude in the corner, top corner. He does not get out of the way, and then he's got one with a plus 20 to not be on fire.
Oh no, wait, it's just flat agility again by looks things.
So
He's not doing shit.
He is currently on fire. That was 11. That's actually got pen 12.
Pen 2.
I don't. Sorry, yeah, pen 2. He doesn't actually have any armor. So, what was his toughness bonus? Saw. That goes down to there. And then I believe, yes, so one of the people you hear screaming at the corner of your eye as one person burns in the flames. And, hang on, I can't get to him now. And falls to the floor crying. The Stalker, the one down at the bottom, he's going to make his agility test. He makes it. He dodges out of the way. And then the Heavy. He makes his agility test. And he makes it as well. Somehow he jumps to the side as the flames come in. Wait, get up there. Where's this dude? Oh, he's the dude who died. Okay, so you're gone. In a puddle of flames. The Arbite is going to kind of look at you all confused and see that one of you at least said something. So okay, into the round the corner to see what's going on, and he kind of looks but he can't do anything now either. So
Alexa single-handedly holding the line.
The Crime Lord. Oh, I put him into someone else. I didn't want to do that. He is going to come to the corner. Yes, like that. After seeing flames shoot out, he doesn't really want to dive straight into it. So that's his turn. Diogenes. What are you going to do?
I think he's still not here.
I'm here.
Oh, he's back.
And think it's just full action move.
You can run, go around.
What, like, go to the left or?
Yeah, you can go
Go
left,
to the
run
kitchen.
all the way round.
I forgot what your run is when it's 6.
It's 6 times
Six
your
times.
agility bonus. So if you've got agility,
minimum.
I think run's 12 actually.
if you got you, it's 6 times from what I'm aware, because
Oh,
I've
no,
got a
it's
run of
6.
18.
Yeah, no, it's 6. If it's sprint, it must be 12. But yeah.
If you have sprint, you double your run every other turn, effectively.
So it's
What's your agility bonus?
3.
Okay, you've got a run of 18, just like me.
Okay.
The only person who gets broken is when you start factoring in, like, Grace from our other sessions. But that's because she's actually quite broken in terms of agility bonus.
So Diogenes takes off round the corner. It's the heavy's turn. He is now going to do what he wanted to do before, which is a shove. So he does a normal melee attack, like normal. $16.
No.
As you dodge out of the way. He
Oh yeah, I
grunts
got
and
dodge,
snarls.
which was... I rolled parry, but my dodge target's still high enough. Because my dodge is target's 34. Sorry about that.
Okay. So Mr. Ghost, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Why is there a fucking rainbow?
Oh, that's for determining my
Taste the
30 degree...
rainbow.
Ah,
Okay. The Arbites currently doesn't have a weapon, right?
No one bothered to ask what he was wielding.
I can't see.
He is currently wielding, I believe it is. He has a shock maul and a combat shotgun.
How did he get that in here?
The combat shotgun, you would note, is far smaller than it should be.
Compact attachment.
Exactly.
There was
Those
a
explain
pig.
how we got the shock maul in.
There's a pig with a shock maul and a compact shotgun behind me.
Yeah.
This isn't scary at all.
He's Arbites.
You go.
Plus, you know full well I'll just turn around and waste him if he does anything stupid. I mean, I am...
Can I shoot anyone from this location, or do I have to move closer? Can I shoot someone from this location?
I tell you what, if you want to shoot at that gentleman there, I would allow it, but then he does get to shoot at you.
I am completely fine with that. I have my pistol drawn. I will fire at him 40 meters. That is still close range. Yes. Short range, I mean, yes. Whatever.
And I'm being a weirdo getting a protractor. Yeah, my 30 degrees just skims the guy's pawn, doesn't get enough to count as a square.
So with your autogun, you fire. Does he dodge? He does indeed. No, he doesn't.
Okay, this guy looks relatively well armored, right?
Let me check.
Either way, he was just nearly on fire.
Yes, he does appear to have hive levers on.
He gonna die.
Okay, I spend a fate point to add my degrees of success to my damage roll, which turns that 6 into an 8 damage.
Okay, 8 damage. Okay, so you see the shots fly out, and it hits part of his armor, and he almost has a smug look on his face. But then he does start once the shot ends. Miss Amanda, it is your turn.
I wish I could say some of the jokes I thought of.
Miss Amanda? Miss Amanda Hug and Kiss, are you there?
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to stab the guy in front of me.
Sure.
Ooh. Can he dodge?
I believe he can.
He can try.
Well, yeah, he could attempt it. None of these characters actually have dodge, so So do your damage.
So 10 running to all 7, so one of the arms. Would be the
Where did you hit him? In the
7.
That's leg.
Actually.
70. That is the.
Yeah, 7.
That's its body. Last of the body.
Body.
You very nearly kneecapped him.
You're actually quite lucky because I believe I said that his left-hand side is it would be his right-hand side is in cover.
Yeah.
So what was your damage? 10. So yes. How would you like him to die?
Again, efficient. Stab through the chest, pull sword back, raise the shield again.
So, as he falls and dies, the character behind him gives a rather as he raises his auto pistol and fires back at Mr. Ghost, using his ability single out to get a +20 on his next attack. He does a half aim and he is going to go with a full auto. Full auto with a +20. He must have a fate point. He has one. One. So his one reroll. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that all over again. Short range. Full auto. +20. He still misses. With 1 degree of failure. Well, you're not in combat, so if I did that, then I'd have to account for all the bullets flying past all of you. So
It goes into the ceiling.
yeah, he just sprays bullets everywhere.
Or it goes cinematically around our combat, movie style.
Yeah, it kind of goes over the arch of the door, and not a single one goes in your direction. This other dude, however, is going to move 1, and he's
That
going
dude's
to take a
suicidal.
shot. Yeah, he's kind of a bit foaming at the mouth and a bit. Oh, hang on. No, he's not a dreg. He's a. Are there any dregs left? There aren't. Delete. Goodbye.
I'm just saying, is the guy not? Oh yeah, that's the heavy.
Yeah, no, he's shooting. He's shooting past. He's shooting at Ghost, the guy whose turn it is now. He does not get an aim. He does get short range, and he only does a standard. God damn it! Where was that 16 before? Ghost, would you like to dodge?
Is Jay even here? He's not here either, because I think him and Duke are left back when Henry's taking his turn. Oh no, wait. He's been back since then. Jay? Oh, he's muted. He's not here. Might want to roll his dodge for him.
I've been polite enough. He dies! Damage! Oh, why is everything gone slow?
Reason.
Okay.
It's rolled the damage, but Jay's not here to say he wants to dodge.
So, 11. Ooh. Ooh, 11. Well,
Do you not want to roll
we shall-
his dodge, because he's actually
we
not
shall.
here to say he wants to dodge?
no, he's not here to say he wants to dodge and use up his dodge. For the minute, he's taken 11 damage. Because to be honest with you, I don't want to roll his dodge and fail his dodge, and it's like, yeah, I rolled your dodge and you failed, and here's your damage. So he's taken 11 damage, and we will find out what that means when he gets back. So for now, we move on to Miss Jenny's turn.
Alrighty, let's do this. What kind of... I would still get minus 20, right?
Yes, but you can shoot past the combat.
Also, you're at point blank, so it's actually plus 10 overall.
I
yeah,
don't think you get
If you're in melee, you don't get
If you're
point
in
blank.
melee, you don't, but if you're not in melee, you still get point blank.
It's the rules are insanely stupid for this, because it's like, if you're in melee, you don't get point blank, but shotguns get the power they get at point blank.
So I'm gonna half aim, point blank, standard attack. I forgot to put minus 20 in there,
Still hits.
so that's 64.
So you're shooting at the heavy.
This guy with the hand cannon.
He's not used his reaction. My flamer doesn't
Yeah.
count.
So he gets his dodge. I'm not sure. Well, with a 0-3, he
Oh,
makes
shit.
it. Jenny's
Can't
next
reload
turn.
it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so is it free action to swap the hand that my hand flamer's in? Like, because my hand flamer would be in my dominant hand, I'm going to switch it to my non-dominant hand, grab my chainsaw and stab the guy.
You drop your chainsword.
Yeah, I'm going to grab it off the ground.
You can't.
mean-
You can't use quick draw to pick something up off the
I'm
ground.
going to take half action. I'm going to use half action to grab it off the ground and then attack him without aiming.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Yeah, because I was using...
Because you don't have ambidextrous then.
No, but
Okay.
it's also at the same time, like, I don't actually have any penalty using my flamer in my offhand. I didn't realise it until I said I dropped the sword, and I wasn't going to bring it up. Because, yeah. I'd already made...
Are you sure that doesn't add on plus a bonus to their
Nope.
dodge?
It doesn't. It's really stupid, but it doesn't. It's
Sure, you
if
can do that.
it's if you're untrained or you're thingy. Just make sure I do this correctly. He's still under the effects of hatred, and he can't dodge.
Sure. How much armor does a... Oh, no, it is in there. For some reason, it isn't in other people's. Okay, so you do 14 to the 33, which is still the body. Okay.
Good old pen too.
Okay, so you see your... Hold up, there we go. You see your chain blade, your chainsaw dig into his flesh and rip away dirt chunks through his flak vest. But he's still standing. Biggie's turn. Well, he can't really... I'm not going to allow him to shoot a shotgun through people. That just seems a little bit ridiculous. At least, especially through... Like, I wouldn't mind it if he was where Jenny is. Because it's like, you move out of the way, she fires. But with someone who you don't know, he's going to move there and wait. The Crime Lord. 1, 2, 3. Is going to move to there. And then that's his turn. That's a full action for him. Diogenes, are you carrying on running?
Let's assume he's still running, because I don't think he's back either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's back.
Are you just gonna run again? There you go. Just to help you out, so you don't need to judge where it was.
I was gonna say, if you click on your character and while moving them, press space, you'll get the distances as you move.
Oh, so the heavy. He is again going to try and shove Miss Alexa with a melee attack. He gets that. He gets that. Wow, when my luck goes bad, it goes really bad. So yeah, he misses. Oh, actually, saying that, sorry, I've got to take that back. He would actually spend a full action getting his chain axe out of the wall. Yeah, out the door frame. I don't think he's had an attack since he critted. He failed. So yeah, that's his action. So ignore that attack. Ghost, it is your turn again.
He's had an attack, but eh. Also, you got hit.
I actually did the
Wait,
ghost
did I not dodge?
Oh,
No.
sorry, dude. So, Ghost, please roll dodge.
No, I didn't dodge. Okay.
So, you take 11 damage
To where?
to the 61.
chest?
Yes.
That is 11 minus 5. That is 6 damage.
And it's your turn.
Okay. You hit the ghost. You get to face something worse. If allowed as a free action, I will take off my mask. Is that allowed?
Sure, I'll let you, as a free action, do that.
Okay. So I take off the front part of my mask, throw it on the ground, and who shot me again?
The dude stood in front of the one that you shot at.
Okay. And I am going to aim at him and release a full auto shot.
Sure, you can fire off a full auto. You get a natural 1. So
Which means all 6 shots hit.
the ratting, or whatever they are called, attempts his dodge. He actually makes it. So
That is 1 degree of success, so he dodges one of them.
Yes, one of them.
He takes 5 damage rolls then.
He certainly does.
His brain explodes.
So I can tell you that 6 and 10 are needed to kill him. Now, technically, you can choose to target the guy behind him with the 3, 3, and 5.
Okay, if you allow me to do that, I will.
But he should at the very... Well, no, I believe that's what the rules state.
Yep. If they're within 2 meters of each other, you can shift.
Okay,
Extra.
that will happen then.
It's same with like smite and stuff. You can
But he
designate one guy.
dodges... he dodges... That's 2 degrees of success.
So only the 5 gets through.
Yeah, so
Only the 5, yeah.
So his toughness is that, and his armor is that. So, and there's no pen. Good. You see him go like, ooh. There's a little as the bullet bounces off him, and he kind of rubs his nipple a little bit, and he's like,
No, it's like no. What happens is the guy before him just gets rattled down. 2 bullets ping beside his head, and then one just glances up in his chest.
Oh yeah, the other guy died first, but the one behind it was like, ah, my boob. Mr. Man.
And I am just, and my face just turns into a just horrifying grin. If anyone wants to know what the ghost actually looks like, you can ask now.
Less talking, more killing.
Okay.
I tried.
I gotta admit, it's actually quite hilarious that at this point, Alex has been nearly single-handedly holding the door.
Are you not going to use any fate on that?
I have 1 point of fate, which I think I'm gonna save.
Fair enough. It is the Stalker's turn, and as his ooh, hang on, Assassin Strike. Does that need to have a fate point to use it?
Is this the thing that the assassins get?
I believe,
Like-
isn't it the same thing that Jay was using, Assassin Strike?
If it is, and it's the one that the assassin career gets, yes.
You have to use a fate point. That's annoying. Well, never mind.
Oh no,
then.
wait, Assassin Strike, the talent.
Yeah, he's got it as a talent.
It's after making a melee attack, they can make an acrobatic skill to move at half their rate's reaction.
Okay, I thought it was the same as Jay's one. So
Yeah,
he
it's-
is going to fire at Jay again. Well, at Ghost. Because, well, you shot his nipple. So he's going to go full auto. He's the only one engaged with you now, so he gets his plus 20 back. And he gets a 70, so he sprays his shots everywhere. And
Ah, sprays it everywhere.
he is only down to 6 shots left.
Sorry.
He does. He sprays it everywhere. His lead just is fired all over the walls. Again, he's not very good at controlling his lead. This one. You're actually dead. Ooh, you're dead. I don't need the other dudes anymore. Haha, they're all gone. You have finally got through all the trash that would have run away if their leader was not still standing. So Jenny, it is your turn.
Yay, another turn of being super useful. I'm gonna attempt what I tried last time again.
Well, I honestly didn't think you were going to like hold the door. You know, the heavy has been trying to shove the little girl out of the way, and it's just not working.
So Rorita's scary.
So who are you firing at?
The heavy.
The heavy. Did you do your minus 20 for shooting into
Yes,
combat?
I
Okay, cool. He has already dodged, has he? No, he could. Yes, he's already dodged, I believe. So
I'm just, 'cause I think
11 pen 2 to the 82, 84, so that's a leg.
So 10 would be down to 6.
more bodies for the body
7,
pile.
7.
Corpse for the. Praise the God Emperor.
7.
Their ashes shall be fed to the Emperor,
7. So 16.
and their souls purified in his light.
You know what they say, Father? You are what you eat. And
Uh,
that must be why you're acting like 1,000 screaming children.
He looks extremely hurt, but he is still standing.
Let's murder some fool.
You know that heavy could just die, maybe that would be nice.
Hang on, so who used up the heavy? No, I think the heavy has got his. Hang on, so the heavy does have his reaction to dodge.
Didn't I hit him?
Um,
Oh no, wait, he's had a turn since then.
yeah, so he does have his to dodge Miss Jenny's attack.
Let him try.
Well, I'll tell you what, he won't dodge Miss Jenny's attack because I've already got it in. He'll just take that one and he'll attempt to dodge your chain axe. because a dodge is a dodge. He fails, so. How would you like to kill him?
This time it's with like a long, wide slash to take advantage of the full power of the chainsword, and it's just it digs straight into his neck, then goes through, and just the head falls and starts rolling down the hallway as the body just slumps onto the growing pile of people.
And he dies. Technically, he can't move through you because he's a neutral character. Technically. So, yeah, it would be.
And if you want to get pedantic, the only person he could theoretically move through is me, because I would acknowledge him as ally for as long as he's Arbites.
If he touches me in any way, I'm
Like I
going to
said,
stab
if
him.
we want to get pedantic.
Okay,
But let's keep him neutral.
so he's going to half move into combat with the Crime Lord, and then he's going to attack him with his shock maul. Come here. Come here with your shock maul. So no aim. You only get standard attack, no modifiers. Where the fuck were these rolls before, you little bastard? Right, so.
I mean, you'd have had a plus 10 for 2 people on one.
Oh yeah, he would have also got another plus 10. So the Crime Lord is going to attempt to dodge. He makes it. And it is now the Crime Lord's turn. Marvellous. So the Crime Lord, not really wanting to attack an NPC who's going to get healed straight after, he is going to attack Miss Alexa with his chainsword.
Oh, he's engaging in suicide.
Yeah, well, you've gone and killed all of his gang. You know, he knows that there's an Arbites or people are. What will he do? No, he's
People
going to
who claim to be
Thing is,
Arbites.
it's a completely sane thing for him to think I'm Arbites.
Why, game? You gave the Arbites a 6. Damn you! Well, he misses. Donages, I guess you carry on running.
Yeah.
You gotta love this. Like Diogenes has just started running, and by the time he finishes, Alexa's
Actually, would anything catch my eye in here?
It's a difficult one because it's an old
not a
it's
pigeon.
old technology, but it's in the game terms it's useless. Like there's nothing there that can be traded or that can be. It's just old tech that doesn't really have any power to it anymore. This isn't the main. You know, the punters had access to that area. It's this place over here where the gang had all their stuff, which, well, is kind of on the people who are all dead now, but yeah. So no, in other words, like there's nothing tradable in there. There's nothing.
Yeah, but anything that my character is a little smart boy would be interested in. The same guy who got interested in a pit, by the way, just letting you know.
There's an empty room.
There are consoles. There are unpowered consoles there. So yeah, they would probably catch your eye.
If they're unpowered, did part of the plan, by the way, did we say we would leave straight after, or?
Well, once combat's over, well, I should imagine you'd want to loot the bodies and check for this, that, or the other. Question any survivors, if there are any survivors.
We're going over this for evidence.
Okay, I'll just roleplay this as my character's like, as he's running, he spends about 12, no, about 18 seconds
12,
running.
It's about 12 seconds, 18 seconds.
I spent
something
about
like
three
that.
turns, yeah. So, and then he just like, while he's panting and he's like, fuck this shit, man. And then he just stops and sees a console and just instantly starts moving towards it.
Sure. The heavy is no more. Be gone. Oh, I forgot I could have deleted them from the... Oh well. Ghost, it's your turn. You can still see the guy who's been shooting at you.
Right, now he's shooting at me too? Oh well. My face is just still this... I still just have this horrible grin on my face. And I'm gonna shoot again. Full auto. At this dude.
Sure, the guy who's been shooting at you.
Slightly horrifying thought. My luck has been continuing since character rolling. When am I gonna die?
Let's see, that is 2 degrees of success, so that's 2 hits.
I believe that's 2 degrees of success, so he dodges.
Nope, he failed.
He fails.
Oh no, sorry, he fails. Target was 28, yeah. And he got a 31.
I am adding my degrees of success to the first one. That's fate.
That's a 3, so you can't unless...
Assassin.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So, let me check here. Where
That
was
is
it to?
7
It was to
damage
the
and
13.
11 damage.
So, yeah, it was to the 13. So that is body... No, that's left arm, I believe. 13, yes. Left arm.
7
left.
and 11.
Sorry, right arm. So, and that's with no pen. So it was +3 to the 5.
First one becomes 7 damage, second one is still just 11 damage. Because I can only add to the first one in a row.
So yeah, drop that hammer.
My face just still in this horrible grin. You do no longer face the ghost. You face anarchy. And I just unload into him. And with those 2 bullets that hit, they just tear just right through the tendons that keep his arm attached, and his arm just it's torn off as he falls to the ground in shock.
Sure. Miss Amanda, it is your turn. Again, with this guy, he's going to have right leg and right arm completely protected.
Don't forget, you actually get +20 now because he engaged me in a melee. So there's 2 of us against 1. Or actually 3 of us against 1 if you include Piggy now.
Yeah, do I get any bonuses for hitting him? I don't remember how the rules for...
Because you outnumber him, because we outnumber him 3
no,
to 1.
Unfortunately, in this one, you only go up to, I believe it is a +10, and then it is a +20 because you're 3 on 1. But that's as high as it goes without having combat master, I think, or so you get a +20 for numbers, and then your normal attacks. Sue with a 39. Who's he dodged? He dodged Piggy Man, so he cannot dodge again.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say,
boy.
it's actually been his turn since Piggy Man. Sorry to ruin the Righteous Fury, but yeah, he goes right after Piggy Man.
Ah, okay.
Ah.
So yes, he does have his. He does have his
Didn't-
dodge.
Mm. That saddens me. That doesn't.
Still hits with Righteous Fury.
He fails anyway. So let me. So where about it was to the body? No, it wasn't. It was to the right leg.
93, that's leg.
That's the left leg. So let me just take away his, and there's no pen. Okay.
Well, if he's
7,
important enough to have his own fate points, he takes critical damage. If not, he died.
7.
I kind of forgot how we did Righteous Fury and
On a
Dark
Mook,
Hero.
they die instantly. On a other guy,
What
you roll
page
1d5.
is
228 if it's talking about if he has fate points.
228? He certainly does have fate points. So it
But-
is rending, isn't it, to the leg?
And Henry
Yep.
rolls 1d5 for critical damage. This doesn't stack on, but yeah. So he takes critical damage 2, then he takes critical damage 2 again if he hits it. Strangely enough.
I'm sorry, can you run that by me again? Why is he taking an extra 2 damage?
He takes, because he rolled Righteous Fury and he's, you know, like how when you do it to a player character, you roll Righteous Fury, they get 1d5 critical damage. It's not actually permanent. It's just they take the critical damage at that point on the table. That's where you roll. So he'd take critical damage 2.
Yeah.
It would be critical damage, but he'd take the effect of it. Because Henry rolled Righteous Fury.
Okay.
I'll just...
So he needs to take a. Oh, why did they give them no fucking agility? So he fails by 1 degree. So he falls prone. I'm not having him suffer from blood loss because he's not in critical. He's not actually in critical damage. He's a long way from critical damage, to be fair. So he can take. You hit him so hard in the leg that you knock him prone. That's your.
Is he uncritical by any chance?
No, he's nowhere near critical damage. Like this has been the first attack that's hurt him. So
Gotcha.
you've just done the critical effect that he's taken is that he's been knocked prone.
Gotcha.
So Miss Jenny, it is your turn. Now you are on the diagonal, but he is. Again, I'm going to say that right leg and right arm are completely covered because this is a really weird fight that's going on here. When there's a a doorway there. But anyway,
That's fair. I'm gonna fake that.
okay.
Yeah, there you go. This.
So you just make the hit. Unfortunately, he has already dodged, and that is it the left side? So you hit him in
Left
the
arm.
side that counts. So by all means, roll damage. Can we get some damage, please?
You need to roll your damage.
Damage, please.
Oh, yeah, right, sorry. It's late, I'm kinda sleepy.
Yeah, I know. There's only one more guy to go down. 12 with a pen 2. Okay, so
He's prone, right?
Yes.
I probably should have
Oh, hang
taken
on.
a
So that's a minus. Yeah, so that's a minus 20 to your shooting. So
Look, we're at this point. Can we just say we kill him? We get him? Because at this point, we're just trading
And at
blows.
point blank range, you don't take the penalty.
of what? Well,
The ballistics.
he is in combat at point blank. I'll allow the plus 30, but I'm not going to allow the ignoring of the prone. So the thing is that he can still do damage to you guys, and he's still very much in the fight. I realise it's late, and I will try and get through the turns as quickly as possible.
Also, Yazina, you can go, because we can just sit and do melee attacks to him until he dies.
Well, I tell you what, we will leave it here for tonight, and we will start the next episode by finishing off the combat and figuring out what in the hell was going on here. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here in the Dumbass class for another episode of Toast
Nobody
to
wants
the
to
God
know what I
Emperor's
look
Light.
like. Okay.
So hopefully we'll see you next time. So take care everyone, and bye bye for now.